Okay, this is my take on who's on first with Abbott and Costello. So, who's on first? We don't know who's on first. If we knew who was on first, we wouldn't be asking who's on first, would we? No, we wouldn't. So we'll just say who's on first. Who? Who. That's who. So who's on first? Okay, then what's on second? Nothing's on second. No, something has to be on second. So I said what? What's on second? No, what's not on second? Something's on second. Okay, so if something's on second, what does that leave third? Or where does that leave third? Well, where's on third? Well, where's third after second? So we know that something's on second. Who's on first? Something's on second. Where's on third? What does that leave us? Well, that leaves us with what? What to do with what? We don't know what to do with what. We can't put what on third because where's there? Where? On third. And we can't put what on second because something else is already there, something. And what about first? No, we can't put where on first because who's on first? So who's on first? Something's on second. Where's on third? Then what does that leave us with at home? No one. Because no one's there. No one's at home. Well, what about that? Well, we don't know what to do with what. So let's just forget what. What about that? We don't know what about that. So drop what. So we know that who's on first, something's on second, where's that third? And we know that no one is at home. But who wants to get home? Who? That's who. He's on first. So who wants to get to home? Who? Okay, so that's something. What's something? Well, something's on second, and something wants to get home too. Okay, so we know that who and something want to get home. But where do they have to go to get home? They have to go to third. Where? Because third's there. That's where. Why? We don't know why. We don't know what or why. So forget what and why. So we know that where is on third. And where wants to get where? Where wants to get home as well. With who? No, not with who, because who's on first. Remember that? So where needs to get where? At home with no one. Correct, because no one's at home. Okay, so we get who to second, and who teams up with something. Not someone, but something. So who is now with something, and who and something want to get where? To third. Okay, so something jumps to third, and knocks where? Knocks where to home with no one. Okay, so no one is at home with where? With who? Not with who. Who is still on second now? Right? I think so. So if who's on second, something's on second, and where? Well, third's empty. So where does that leave third? Well, it leaves third empty, waiting for who and something. Okay, so now who and something go to third. So who and something are together. Well, they can't be both at the same base at the same time. That's not correct. That's not how this game works. Well, in this game it probably does. So they teamed up on third. So where is waiting for who and something to get where? No, not to get where. To get at home. Because where is where? At home with no one. Okay, so now something went home. Something went home? Yes, something went home. To be with who? To be with where? Who's still on third? So something could not go with who yet. To be where? With no one at home. So something's still on third. Yes. What is that something? It's something. So something needs to go where? Something needs to go home. What thing? Something. So something went home. So something now is at home. With who? Yes, with who? And where? Well, at home. With where? With no one. Correct. That's right. So something is with who? Correct. And where? Yes, they're with where together. Both something, who, and where together. Where? At home with no one. Because no one was at home. Correct? Okay, good. So now we know that no one's at home. With who? Yes, with who? With where? Yes, with where. And with what? With something. Correct. So we have where, who, something. At home with no one. Correct. And that is how the game of politics is played, in my humble opinion. That explains the game of baseball and the game of what? Of politics. Because we know that no one's at home, typically, in any administration. And they're where? They're nowhere, usually. So we know that no one's at home in the administration, and we know that where is yet to be determined. And it's a big something to be discovered when a new administration takes place. It's a big something. And we don't know who is really in charge. So you can see the correlation between sports, baseball, and politics. We want to know who's running things, where it's taking place, what is the big something behind everything, and really we already know that no one's home. So that is how politics and sports correlate, fully explained.